There we go. There we
Um,
go, guys.
um,
There you go. Come
There
on,
we go.
man.
the I mean, probably because of the education, like the exams and the requirements required that, and I dug it at that point. I mean, before that, it was all rock and roll, I guess. This
Yeah.
is something new, and I got into it, and bass, bass. It was this. It was, I don't know. It was partly, a lot of things came through at the same time. The late Frank Ong, Elegant's bass player,
Oh yeah, man. He
was
was my colleague, man. Also,
yeah
good
at
guy.
Sunway.
Yeah. Sunway, yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good times with him. Yeah, sad. But
Is
so he
is
was
is
okay.
something else. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he started to nudge me into it because there's this one song, I think Rio Funk, and I was checking out Lee Red now on guitar, but little did I know it was Marcus Miller on bass, and then I was doing all the guitar shit, and but at the back of my mind it was that bass thing that's really, I guess, latched on, and then slowly one thing led to another, and then Frank's like, you should try to play bass, whatever. And then uh, there were things in college, college times, there were rivalries and whatnot, and there was these things that happened, and certain bass players start to flake and not show up, and then hey, I was around, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? You're not doing nothing. You play bass, kind of vibe. Um,
Ah.
so, but yeah, I mean, I was already dabbling in it. So yeah, then I started filling in for all these performances in college, and then I
Cool.
guess the rest was history, lah. But to be honest, it wasn't until way much later that I really understood bass. I think I still don't really
Well, you,
understand, but
you're still quite humble. You still joke about like you still don't understand bass, or you've forgotten half the stuff you've learned. So like
yeah,
you're quite humble in that there, but you're
nah,
a very very good bass player. So like,
nah,
I
man.
think we can all agree about on that one.
Just open YouTube, man. There'll be 7-year-olds playing better than me. So
Yeah.
But it's discovery, lah. I think that's where you put it, lah. It's always
Mhm.
something that is mysterious and that makes it fun.
Yeah,
To
no, this is
yeah.
this is true. I uh, I enjoyed playing bass more when I didn't have to play bass.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
More,
which
yep, yep,
is
yep,
where,
yep,
as are you
yep.
talking about good bass should be felt, not heard, sort of thing? Where
oh
you,
no, 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 no. As in, like, when I wasn't studying to play bass and trying
oh,
to
okay,
be a
okay.
bass player,
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
yeah, I understand.
uh,
Yeah,
and
Not trying too hard, Yeah.
yeah, and just actually playing and enjoying myself.
just rocking out in bass, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
just rocking out in
Pretty
bass.
much. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
rather than like you're the bass player, so you've got a bass solo coming up, so you have to concentrate on the fact you've got a bass solo coming up,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Then
yeah.
you
rather than
fumble.
yeah,
I know you just heard me do two bass solos the other day, but in general, I don't even want to or even think about bass solos. I think if people who know me from before until now, and then now, I mean, maybe you can say pre-US and post-US days, people who see me now, they are kind of, I mean, I'm just speaking on their behalf probably, but somewhat let down because they're expecting fireworks and
yeah.
tapping or I mean, I used to play.
Slap all over the place,
Yeah, I used to,
yeah.
at Sunrise Jazz Festival, like be like screaming into the bass pickups and doing all sorts of whammies and all these acrobatics. And then now I hardly even slap. I don't even want to slap, to be honest. And people, you know,
I think I may have seen you slap once or twice in the 2 years I've known you. Like,
yeah,
You
probably
mellowed, you
because of.
mellowed. No
No,
more
I
slapping,
think
mom.
no, it's not. I don't know, Spot Man. I think I just found my place. I think
Yeah.
and I'm down with it, so it's okay. Like, but seriously, sometimes when I go to jam sessions, DDH, people would. I can tell that people want to see some fireworks or
they're
whatever.
yeah,
Like,
because they're stuck because the jam sessions are like
Yeah.
Let's not get wrong. Jam sessions is they are fantastic fun, and that's
Oh yeah. Oh,
where you
fun.
meet.
I'm not knocking
No,
anything,
absolutely
anyone. It's
not.
just that.
Where you meet we all meet everybody, and everybody's having a great crack. And plus, it's a
Hmm.
great place for new musicians to learn and play along with amazing
Hmm.
musicians. And it's such an open,
Definitely.
it's an open fucking, it's open environment
Yeah. No, I love it.
fantastic. But it is a place where people get up and go like, check me out. What do you see what I do?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've I've went through that period
Yeah.
as well. So it's just that I guess I just found my place. So I
You're confident.
don't feel.
You're comfortable that you don't need to do that to know that
Yeah.
you're.
Oh, I mean, even if I wanted to now, I can't. So, so,
I don't know.
so
How about
I rather.
I still think you're still stupidly humble. You can still
No,
talk whatever you
man,
really want.
no, none of that. No more stamina for that.
So,
This type of things need this type of things need some upkeep.
so
Too lazy,
did you ever
too
go
lazy
through,
for that shit.
did you ever go through the pub rock scene like in your late teens, early 20s? Did you ever like play in regular bands like a lot of like now like did
Cari
you ever
makan lah.
yeah
Pernah.
Charlie Macan gigs and stuff like that? There was a period like that for you like
Um, well, if I were to sit back and look, which I've done a couple of times, one thing I know I've had and done always is just this diversity,
yeah
and not because I mean there's also another unspoken thing, or sometimes elder musicians tell kids to, oh, kau kena versatile, kau kena macam ni, kau kena, I mean, sorry, in English, you have to be versatile, you have to do
of
it like
course
this, you
no
have to,
no of course yeah of course
so a lot of players here get lost by being jack of
all
some
trades
trades, not even all, some trades, and
master
master of,
none
yeah,
yeah
yeah. But I never found myself subscribing to that, but I actually truly enjoy that diversity, and playing bass definitely helped me open up to that. So I was in a jazz Latino band with some Colombians. At the same time, I was playing with Metal Asia, and then at the same time, I was doing gigs with Josie Thomas,
yeah
at
Wow.
NBT, the old NBT,
yeah
um, and then of course the pop gigs lah. With at one point doing Zainal for quite a bit, Sheila, and I mean whatever lah. This pop gigs lah. So I was like equally comfortable, and uh, not just with the music. I think one thing that I felt, um, I was maybe I never at that time I couldn't think about it, but now when I think about it, I had the advantage of just being a hang with every crowd. Like, because sometimes, everybody's got a pocket of niche of, metal guys and then this and that. But I was
Yeah.
just,
like you
Anyway.
be
I don't
like
know.
yeah you're fine dude.
I
Like
don't care lah. Yeah, I didn't
the
care.
converse for whatever genre like you can just have a conversation and make everybody feel comfortable within that genre like without feeling
Or just hang lah, just,
yeah
yeah.
Just hang.
Yeah.
So what's whole spectrum of different people? Interesting, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of attribute that to my ethnicity, I guess, my background. I mean, I come from a real one Malaysia family. We got Punjabis, Malay, Chinese, Indian, whatever you name it. People, So
I think
Uh,
I remember when I told you, but I was starting this podcast when this fucking pandemic started with Asmil, and you mentioned to me Asmil's one of Asmil's earlier bands from way back in the early 2000s. He goes, Asmil, you know in that band, like so you knew the kind of like fucking like kind of the punk rock band that Asmil was in. I was going, yeah, Asmil, yeah, and you're going, yeah, man. We used to go and see them back in the fucking day, like so even that sort of thing you were into.
yeah,
Funny, yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. So I don't know, maybe that all that lah. So
Classic.
So
Aduh.
I think we'll leave it here for the first half. I think the second half of the show we should probably like delve into, obviously, like we'll delve into Berkeley, because I think that's obviously a big part of your life. Berkeley and New York's obviously been what there,
Mm-hmm.
we were there 15 years. So like
14, yeah, 14.
or 14 years. Like, so we'll in the
Mm-hmm.
second half of the show we'll delve into both Berkeley and New York, and we'll talk about that here. So like we'll leave it here for the first half of the show, and then give 10-minute break, and then we'll kick in with some Berkeley and New York stories. Okay?
This is when we take our guitar kaput, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh.
And then prep for the jam session that's about to happen.
The jam session.
Prepare your solo.
You also,
Prepare your
Derek, you
solos.
can just do some mixing lah there.
Ah.
Some live mixing.
I'll do devil horn solo.
Boleh je.
I'll live mix on this. Right, guys, we'll see.
Live mixing.
We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Okay?
Okay, man.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.